Treating you good, and that you're ready for a bit of this.
Good morning. Are you ready to get energized? That's good, because it's time to get up.
Okay. Welcome to the early show on Radio Apocalypse. The usual let's get together and talk a lot of rubbish. Oh, just like every other show, really. We like to talk rubbish. Last night, my second from youngest little boy wasn't feeling too great. So we just had a night on the sofa, just chilling out. Didn't really want to go and do any gaming or anything like that, so we just left it and chilled out, to be perfectly honest. It's a good thing to be able to do that. And I recommend chilling out with your children as often as possible. It's quite important to do such things. I'm looking out the window. It's still overcast, but we'll look at the weather soon enough. And I'm just putting on the mobile camera to go around and make coffee, prepare brekkie. Once we have done that, we can be on our way. Right, that is... hang on. You'll hear an echo just now. Hang on. There we go. No more echo. I switched that camera off. Well, the microphone anyway. What to do? Okay, right. I am going to change cameras. Hang on, we'll turn it this way so I can control the lens better. There it is. Yesterday I felt like my whole body was lead. It was like I was back in my treatment for cancer after one of my experimental drugs. I kind of likened the experimental stuff to being injected with adamantium and becoming completely immune to everything in the world, a metal body inside and Wolverine's healing properties. And like for 2-3 days after my cancer treatment, I would feel really, really heavy. And yesterday was the first time that I felt sluggish. I felt like I was walking through treacle all the time. It was weird. breakfast were really heavy as well. And it wasn't because I was tired, it was just purely because, what was it from? It was just purely because the weight on every one of my limbs, and including my eyelids, just wanted to close up. I mean, I sat on the sofa after breakfast yesterday, lay down on it and closed my eyes while the world just carried on around me. And I don't know why that was. Let me just get the kettle. I did pre-boil the kettle. There we go. It was weird. Truly, truly weird. I got my new medication. My new prescription, but I still have little ones. I was supposed to take 50 milligrams. I'm supposed to take 120. What do you mean one to be taken daily? That's not right. I'm going to have to phone the doctor today. Right, because I'm supposed to take 125 milligrams of this stuff, of thyroxine. And it's saying here, one of the 50, one of the 75. Oh, I swear to God. Oh, we won't be taking these this morning until I can phone the doctor and find out. Because that's not right. We'll just put you in a bowl. Oh man, see if I've been taking the wrong friggin' dose again. Because the 50 milligram ones used to be 100 milligram ones, and I used to take like one of those with the 25, hence 125, right? And now my 50 milligram ones, because it's 50 milligrams, I don't have the 100 milligrams anymore, says that I've got to take one of those and one of the 25. The 25 ones, right? I swear to God, see if they've been. Fuck. I don't know. Where is my. I get very upset. All I want is to have a nice even balance. See if I've been taking too much thyroxine. I mean, I've been getting a bit round again. I wonder if that's because I've been having too much thyroxine. I don't want to be round again, okay? I don't want to be round again. I want to be a lean, red-headed, talking shit machine. There's nothing wrong with being round. Some of my best friends are round. You know, but I personally, I like my weight to not go over a certain level. Right, that's porridge in a bowl. 3 big handfuls and a wee half handful for the pot. And let's make it swampy. Swampy with milk. We'll just let that soak in till after the show. Swampy. And we'll get the little moons Weetabix out. That means today Wednesday. Oh my God. A week today. Mojax Happy turns 49. 49. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Ah, we have chat. Good morning. Dirty Mac, good to see you. Nyla, lovely to see you too. Oh, I like it when people come in and say good morning to me. It's been a strange morning already. Can you guys hear me on this? I'm getting all the right levels and things on. Hang on. let's make it. That might be a bit louder now because I had that one turned down for music. Way low. Right, is that better? I hope it is. Let me just check the big bit here. Where is desktop, 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 and desktop up a wee bit there too. The levels should be better now. Let's check. Everything seems, yep, that looks better. Right, better. Thank you, Nyla. Let's go and look at the weather. Look at this. Honest to God. Let's go to here. Let's go to the camera. And let's turn the camera around. They're here again. Check this out. This lot. Big boy on a big cushion bed on the floor. Daughter on the sofa. Little not well boy on the sofa. They can't. It's just like, daddy, 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 daddy. Right, let's see if I can get to the weather window without stepping on Alia. Okay. Oh. The alarm. Good morning, Alia. How are you? Tired. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Where has the summer gone? This is it. In Scotland, you get 2 days of summer. And it's usually a Wednesday and a Friday. They're never 2 days together. Was that you? It was Ruin. Okay, you just see that. Somebody just dropped an air biscuit. I hope you guys didn't hear it. Yes, weather is a bit minging today. The ground is damp. I think that just might be a little drizzle though. There's lots of dew on the grass over there and the tops of the cars. It doesn't look like it's been raining, they're just wet, but you can never tell. The air is fantastic though, the air is still amazing. I like the air when it's all perfectly beautiful, you know. The air quality is quality. Okay, look at that. Effortlessly stepping over my daughter. Why? They always want to come and sleep on the sofas. Ali has got an excuse. She's got a big hole in the ceiling above her room, above her bed, that still needs to be fixed by the council because of everything. I'm supposed to be going back to work on the 31st of July now. That's what my doctor said. Shielding, rain shielding, following government guidelines until then. Right, let's transition across, shall we? Yeah. Hold on. Is that the right camera? Yes, it is. Okay, we're across and we should have good volume levels and we're ready to go. Yeah. I don't know about what's happening with wages. My work's not phoned me properly yet. They've not got in contact yet with it all, and that is something that is quite not so much upsetting, but it's concerning. They will get back in touch. I've been in touch with them. I phoned them last Friday and I sent a message to my manager via WhatsApp, just an informal message to say, hey, I'm a bit concerned, I'll phone tomorrow. So I phoned and spoke to the deputy manager in my place and said, hey, what's happening? And he says you'll get the business partner, the business partner that deals with it all, to give me a little tinkle and to discuss what's going on with it all, which is great. And it'll be okay. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They turn around and say, oops, we forgot to pay you, and then they pay you, what's it called, after. You know, your wages are a week late. You know, it's not like they're not gonna not pay me. You know, I mean, I've got savings again now, and those savings are in place for my good lady's visa. I've managed to get them all back in again, which is great. We're more than halfway there for the amount of money we need, and I bought a washing machine as well, which is good. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there, and I'm not really worried. My work's quite good. My work is quite good. Good after morning, Mitch in Wonderland, sending you a little bit of love. How are you, my friend? I hope you're good. Hope you're good. We're about to start the morning papers and drinking coffee all at the same time here. It's still very early in the morning in Scotland. The children are still asleep. Okay. Right, shall we mosey on over to the papers? I think we shall. I think that'd be a good idea. Let's get that ready. Okay then, right. So, remember yesterday there was an English football player that was going on about how when he was growing up, there was free school lunch vouchers to be used. He could use these vouchers to get fed properly during the summer vacations. Alright? Well, the government stopped those. And it put a lot of people in poverty into a position where we've got coronavirus, we've got everything going on, the economy's crap, everything's a bit more expensive, and now you're taking away a little bit of a lifeline. Well, he started a big campaign to get the government to do a U-turn on that, and guess what? He friggin' won it. This is amazing. Wait till you see this. So, the Daily Mirror, back of the net, World Cup hero Hurst hails return of top flight. Okay, now not only did he basically score in the football match yesterday, but where is it? Rashford 1, Johnson 0. 22-year-old England player becomes working class hero outside football by forcing government into U-turn on school meal vouchers. It's Rashford 1, Johnson 0 in the I newspaper, which dubs the Manchester United star a working class hero after Prime Minister Boris Johnson's government performed a U-turn, extending the scheme to provide vouchers to vulnerable pupils in England. This is a great thing. It really, really is a great thing. It's not a finger in the eye to the government. It's the government actually sort of like realising from the point of view, wait a minute, we need to look after people. Alright, I mean, they're not being nice about it, they didn't want to do it, but it was highlighted by a public figure, and the fact that he was like, wait a minute as well. I mean, he is, Rashford is actually a decent bloke, alright? When you look at his interviews, he's not too much of an asshole compared to other footballers in this country. And I'll be honest with you, I think what he's done is brilliant. Okay, it's little things like this that make the world turn in a positive way for me. I mean, how many people... We live in one of the allegedly most wealthy countries in the world, alright? Allegedly, we've got a strong economy, even though it's taken a dip by about 20% just recently. You know, what can I say, you know? Mitch in Wonderland, I'll pop by and see your stream later. I'll go and put a wee reminder on it, okay? Sorry to interrupt my little soliloquy there. Thank you for dropping in, my friend. I appreciate that. It's always nice to have friendly faces sending love and support. Very good. Cheers, brother. Thank you. Yeah, back to what I was saying. So, we're supposed to be this wonderful country, but we're not. It's all a facade. You know, we sort of walk around wearing a beautiful Victorian suit that's got moth holes in it and dust upon it. That's how I see, and I'm going to say it, I don't like saying, that's how I see Great Britain. Great Britain to me is an antiquated old fuddy-duddy. It's not a modern forward-thinking nation. All right. To me, it's not. We need to evolve and reform. Now, the nations within Great Britain, Scotland, England, Northern Ireland, and Wales, 3 of them are forward-thinking. Wales, Northern Ireland, and especially Scotland. Okay, we are forward-thinking. We have things in place that we want to use, and we do want to be autonomous and be able to be the masters of our own destiny. And, you know, I've had a couple of people now mention it would be interesting to do a political landscape episode one night with me, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it soon. I'm actually working on that just now. I've got a few links that I want to utilise, but I want to script it properly, get pictures up and break it up into 4 sections. How the Union was formed, what happened during the Union, why we want independence, and Scotland's future. That is the kind of way that I want to do it, and I think that would be a great piece of political propaganda. I'm actually going to send an email to Nicola Sturgeon and say, Nicola, would you like to just send me a wee message that I can stick on my show, or even come on for an interview? If you've got time one night, it would be great if you could do that. I would drop everything. I don't think she would ever do it, but you know, it's like asking for Prince Harry to come on. You send an email and you don't get anything back. You send another email back. I keep sending emails. Eventually he's going to answer and say no. I'd rather have a no and go, yes, I got a reply on email saying no. You know, Prince Harry's still top of my list, that ginger wonder kid. Anyway, back to Rashford and Johnson. Pretty much right the way through all the papers this morning. Look at that. Hang on, let me put so you can see it on the bigger screen here. Look. Oh no, I need to move that along a wee bit. Let's go back to the other one. I think you can see it. Can you see it better? No, you can't. Hold on. It says Time Boris on this little bit. Time Boris grew up here. Right, hold on. We shall fix that as we go along as well. Where's the window capture? See, it's not highlighting. It doesn't matter. We will fix it later. Anyway, it's Time Boris grew up here. Don Neeson. I want to read that article. That would be amazing. Right, anyway, rashers for PM. England star shames Bojo into U-turn on school meals. This is the thing, right? Okay, Boris Johnson comes from a highly privileged background, and he doesn't actually see the necessity of the help that can be provided on a social scale for people living under the you know, it's living under the sort of like the heel of poverty. And yet the question is, right, okay, is why do we have poverty? Is it because people that in the country can't budget? No. Is it because you know, wages are not like high enough? Yeah. It's poverty is an accumulation of lifestyle and not enough means to do it, and not enough means to live properly. I mean, we live within our means and we get to save, and I'm not on an incredible wage, but I am frugal. I am prudent with the money that we get in. I don't go out and buy things that we don't need. We pay the rent, we put food in the cupboard, we make sure we've got shoes on our feet. That's kind of the most important things. My wealth comes from the company of my family. That's the most important thing. I don't go out. Okay, me and my lady wife, we don't go out. Our going out is going for walks, and we have a tendency to ensure if we do have a social engagement, okay, we quite frankly arrange it when the other 3 kids are not here and grandma looks after the baby. And if the other kids are here, grandma will come up and look after them. But that is few days far in between, because we like to hang out with the older kids because they're human beings. And it's an important thing to be able to do. to hang out with them. But I don't consider ourselves to be poor. But if we were to go into the statistical charts, yes, we are. We are in that under that poverty line because of the way things are. We can't afford to go out and do like extravagant things out for meals and stuff like that. But that's just the way that life is, and we accept it quite happily. But I'm really pleased that the government's done a U-turn on those particularly incredible thing. Here we go. See, look, Rashford forces PM into U-turn on free meals. It's all the way through. Let's read what it says here. The U-turn is an embarrassing about-face for the actual Prime Minister, says The Guardian, alongside a beaming picture of the 22-year-old England striker. I want to give him the biggest high five ever. He comes from a proper working class background where he has had to use these vouchers himself, and he was given a talent by God to be able to play football or soccer in America, and he's a talent in himself. He's playing for one of the biggest clubs in Europe, Manchester United, and he is an English national football star as well with it all. And here he is, it's like he is like, what a guy. And then the other thing as well is there's these, hang on, I'm sure I saw back up 50 pence pill to make a difference. I'm sure I read that somewhere. No, maybe it's later on. There's also this new steroid drug. There we go, look at this. £5 drug cuts COVID deaths. Metro celebrates what it calls an extreme U-turn for Rashford, but it leads on research showing the drug dexamethasone is effective in treating patients seriously ill with COVID-19. University of Oxford scientists says up to 5,000 lives could have been saved had the £5 steroid been used since the start of the outbreak. And more lives could have been saved if it had been managed properly as a whole. Here we go. 50 pence a day pill to conquer COVID. PM hails steroid that cuts death by a third in sickest patients as biggest breakthrough yet. Daily Mail reports that the steroid is the first virus treatment anywhere to be proven to save life. It says it is now the standard treatment for severely ill COVID patients and has been added to a list of medicines that cannot be exported. What? So we're not wanting to help other people? Well, I suppose we have to look after our own first. I get that, but surely. Okay. Right. Okay. Daily Express, foreign aid. PM calls time on giant cash point in the sky. This is going to make a lot of Brexiteers really happy. We give out a lot of money in foreign aid. I'm not really against that. I do think that we should maybe give out less and have it on a means tested type of thing going on. Like for instance, third world countries. Foreign aid is something that we use as an exploitation and a control tool. We turn around and we give like foreign aid loans out to poorer countries, and then we have astronomical interest and use their resources as collateral to get it back. Now, a lot of Western countries do that, and it is wrong. The resources of the world should be under a caretaker banner for everybody on this planet because we share the air. It's not like the air in China is different from the air in America. It is the same stuff. So whatever we pump out in Great Britain into the atmosphere or we pump out somewhere else, it's relevant. Hence why it comes to resources of poorer countries, why on earth is it just theirs? It should be a collective thing. For that. That's just me. We'll talk about the future of Scotland politics type thing and that attitude when I do that particular show. But on the back of that, okay, what he wants to do with the money is hilarious, and you will see later on. So here we go. £5 COVID wonder drug saves lives again. This is the Daily Express this time. The wonder drug is usually used to treat asthma and allergies, reports the Daily Express. The paper's front page also pictures the Prince of Wales, who says he has not regained his sense of taste and smell since contracting the virus in March. Prince Charles has never had good taste. Have you seen his wife? Oh my God. You know, I mean, wow. She's a horse. Let's have a look at the chat. I've not been back in the chat for about 5 minutes. Okie dokie dokie do. Good morning, Barry. How are you? Right. Who's going to be missed? Mitch. Yeah, I'm going to go on. We should actually, what we should do is let us go. What's his name? Mitch in Wonderland. I'm going to Google that just now. Mitch in Wonderland YouTube. Because if he's going live soon, I want maybe. There we go. Mitch in Wonderland YouTube. Amazing. Let's see if he is live just now. No, it's a her. It's my her friend. Yes, she's great. Yeah, I'm subscribed to her. I'm gonna jump on and say to her later. She's a sweet. I'll put her link down in the chat for her stuff. She's a lovely Oriental lady. Here we go. Ding ding ding. There you go. That's Mitch in Wonderland's link there. And she's lovely. I remember speaking to her. She was one of the ones that we sent love out to on Sunday night. That's amazing that she's come back, and she's got quite a lot of videos. She has a lot of small YouTuber stuff. There is My Healthy Avocado, or I am so watching that afterwards. Holy crap, that looks delicious. Right, Mitch in Wonderland. Yeah, we're going to get her. I'm going to see if she'll come on the show just for a laugh one time. You know, I think that would be good fun. She's a lovely person. I recognise her. I see these people that I've followed on the sending out ripples things. I've followed about 5 or 6 people. Their names escape me completely. But that's the first time somebody's come back on and seen what I've been doing, which is amazing. Barry is coming in strong. Let's see, built a Death Star and we wouldn't have half these problems. Yeah, I totally agree. Or even instead of a Death Star, just Death Star tech. Let's just go a bit lean on the whole space stations thing and just stick it underneath a Star Destroyer like they did in the last one. You know, I don't think, half the Star Destroyer's space inside would be taken up by the reactor to provide the power necessary for it, and you'd need one of those big ass crystals as well. So you're talking maybe a Death Star with a crew of about 20 people. The rest of it's taken up by tech, but it's a lot more mobile and easier to fly around than the Death Star, you know. But that's by the by. Right, good to have you here, Barry. I always like it when you're here too, which is good. Right, anyway, back to the papers. Thousands to receive life-saving drug. Steroid costing 50 pence a day cuts death by a third. Yep, I'm amazed. And I'm still really happy. This is a good day for the papers. I'm not feeling triggered or angry. It's amazing that this young guy from a working class background is basically turned around and says, you know something, you're a bunch of dicks taking this away. Why can't you just see the light and understand that people kind of need to be able to feed their kids, and because of the way society is, from your austerity for the past 12 years, bang, it's just wrong. It's wrong. So good for him. Anyway, Daily Telegraph, end foreign aid cash point in the sky. Now, this is the bit which says what he's wanting to do with it. The Telegraph leads on the merger of the Department of International Development with the Foreign Office. The PM is expected to rip up the rules governing aid spending and use the £14 billion of foreign aid. Okay, now, hold on. The £14 billion of foreign aid. Now, if we were not to give that out to other countries, what would you expect it to be spent upon? You maybe think, right, okay, we've seen the value of our National Health Service, let's put that money into the NHS. No. Well, let's lift people out of poverty. No. Let's inject it into the economy, and perhaps maybe take the burden off some of the money that we need to pay back to the banks for borrowing to help people survive this. No. Okay. Wait for this. And it's to use the 14 billion foreign aid budget to counter Russian meddling and protect national security, the paper reports. 14 billion more for national security and to counter Russian meddling. Me personally, I quite like it when my wife meddles. Alright? That's just my thing. She comes into the kitchen and says, "What are you putting in that pot?" And I'm like, "Stuff." And she goes, "Put this stuff in instead." Perfect meddling. Okay? And he wants to stop that shit? No, man. No, man. You are not interfering with my family's lifestyle. Not at all. But I get what you're saying. Okay? He feels that the Russians are meddling. I think that we meddle too. I think that if we set an example and say, "Hey, look, let's just all get along." What he fails to recognise as well is a lot of Britain's natural gas comes from Russia. They have a pipeline that feeds into Europe that basically feeds out to Great Britain. So at any point, the taps could be turned off if Russia wanted to do that, and we would have a shortage. We wouldn't have a ridiculous low amount, but we would certainly have a shortage, and people would certainly feel it. So it's again one of these situations where I feel like, why can't we all just get along? It would just be much better if we could. The wonderful colours of the Financial Times. Sunak to break Tory pension vow as crisis makes it unaffordable. Oh my God. Post-pandemic wage rises threaten triple lock, pay forecast to soar from furlough levels. Let's have a read. What does it say here? And the Financial Times says the Chancellor's willingness to break the Tory party's triple lock state pension pledge is a sign the pandemic is forcing the government to confront political taboos. Rishi Sunak has been told the value of pensions could rise sharply unless he breaks the manifesto commitment. The paper reports the government says it's committed to supporting pensioners. So what? I'm going to have to look into this in a little bit more detail because I can't comment on it. But that's kind of crazy. That is the papers. That is the papers all done there. Which is great. Thank you for listening to me ramble. What I'd like to do though is there's something else. Let me turn this camera around so I'm in the middle. Oh, you don't want to see my children's dirty laundry just out of camera shot, just there. I look very professional, but if you could see what was around me out of camera, it's not a proper studio. It's not a proper studio. What was I going to say? Yes, yesterday. My son sent me a link on through Discord. Let me just see if I can find it. I just want some there we go. I can bring it up there, and I'll bring it onto the screen as well just now once it comes up. Let's just wait for that to load in properly. There we go. Fantastic. And we shall pause that as well because I don't want to play it. Just crack on you dick. Right, here we go. Right, the headline is, this is from the 7th of June, right, is Kanye West pretended to support Trump to benefit black people. What is your opinions on this? Reserve your opinion of Kanye West, okay, till a wee bit after what we're talking about here. But is this true? Is this maniac Kanye West suddenly doing that ego thing that he does. You know, he wants to, first of all, he wants to run for president in 2024, he was saying. But his political sort of evolution type thing going on, how he wants to inject himself into everything with his ego and stuff. Is this accurate? Because I could only find this one article, and it's like International the News, and I've never seen it before. So I don't know whether it's kind of like what people would call fake news or real news. I truly don't know. So somebody help me out here and tell me if this is a real thing. Because if it's a real thing, it's like, hey, wow, you're a crazy man. You are a crazy, crazy man. And I would very, very, very much... he's a complete brainless twat. I don't believe that for a moment. Yeah. This thing, I don't know. I know that Kanye West is a bit of a volatile personality with his opinions and things, and he's a bit of a man-child in my opinion. But fake news, yeah, Kanye West pretended to support Trump to benefit black people. Yeah, it kind of came across as something that, I mean, he was so pro-Trump, you know, he was so very much, he's my buddy, he's my bro, and he's wearing his MAGA hat there and everything. But when I read it, I was thinking, it wouldn't put it past Kanye West to suddenly sort of like go, wait a minute, Trump's been a bit of a dick about black people. Shit, I'm black. I can't be associated with him. You know, that's not good for my ego. You know, that's kind of where I'm going with it. You know, so yeah, it's good to see Kanye's much of an idiot. I'd have thought that. Right, yeah, that's good. He's too much. Yes, I'm glad we're on the same page about him being an idiot, you know. We will watch this closely as the story evolves. I've got him on my Twitter now. I want to see if he says anything himself. He seems to, I don't know whether I've got his right Twitter, that my Twitter guru Barry, he will keep me right with this. Barry, can you see please if this lovely man has a proper Twitter? I think that I have his correct one. I don't have it up on my screen, but he's the sort of person, if he's going to say anything, he's going to say it publicly, or maybe his wife won't let him, because there's enough nonsense going on. He lives in a world surrounded by yes men. He kisses Trump's ass because he stroked his ego. He's never understood or been anything like a common man in decades. Yeah, absolutely. He's an asswipe. Absolute asswipe. Let's have a wee look what else we got. Right, Dirty Mac is asking about the Discord. Let me look into that. It is working. We just don't allow a lot of people to come in, Mac, very often. Just to keep the doors closed. We like to keep the community very insular, and I'm not a control freak or anything with it, but it's just to stop conflict with other things, and yeah. Let me go and have a look and have a wee discussion with my thing, and we'll get you in. It's a very quiet community. It's a nice, positive, happy place to be, and we will get something sorted. Yes, he claimed to be Jesus. Enough said. Yes, I agree with you. He did, didn't he? What did he call him? The greatest artist on the planet as well. I mean, everybody knows that Michael Jackson was the greatest artist on the planet. All right, maybe not. I'm only joking. I'm just being contentious. I'm glad that we talked about that there. It's certainly something that was. I was actually going to come on once the kids had fallen asleep last night. I was going to do an impromptu thing to actually talk about this particular thing, but I thought no, we'll leave it till the morning, and we'll ask the guys that come on. And say, hey, what do you know about this apart from Kanye being a complete asswipe? And Dirty Mac, no biggie, thank you very much. We'll sort it out. We'll sort it out, my friend. So long and short of it is, we shall happily look at this Kanye West stroke Trump U-turn as fake news just now, and but keep our finger on the pulse of it to see if it changes in any other direction. Okay, I think we are pretty much done. I need to do one other thing here. Let me just find, where is it? What one shall we use? We shall use, oh god, where's my rotating ad thing? There it is there. I'm going to quickly add in an image onto this just now. Yeah, we are, hold on, image file, won't take a second, I just need to bring this up. For tonight's show, we're doing a brilliant thing, which I've talked about briefly before, but I want to go in depth with it a little bit more. This is tonight's show. This is the human condition, which is tonight. This is I've not put the times on this one because I'm about to go and do that this morning. Choices. Okay, we are going to be talking tonight about the ability and freedom of choice, not just with your ability to choose McDonald's or Burger King, but your ability to try to take a direction that is positive. All right. So choices aren't just sort of like retail choices or choices to watch a particular movie. It's choices of how you behave in society. It's choices on your ability to try and take a direction to heal yourself if you have issues. I feel that choices is your choice and how you behave dictates everything. You can't turn around and blame other people for everything in your life. You can turn around and hold people to account for their behaviour and their choices, but you have no control over them. So tonight we are going to talk in great detail about choices. I think that it's an important thing to do. We've talked all the way through the Human Condition series. We've talked about toxic behaviours, how they're used in the situations for online gurus to basically brainwash you into opening up your wallet. We've talked about cult behaviours and how they all relate to toxic behaviours. We've talked about positive behaviours, empathy, compassion, things like that. And now we're going to move into where empathy, compassion and humility kind of overlaps with toxic behaviours, in that grey area of making a choice in your life to try and heal and to take a positive direction. Yeah, indeed. So that's where we're going to go for it tonight. Let's have a quick look. Do I do reactions? Sometimes I kind of done that. The only reaction thing I've done is not really a proper reaction thing, but it was kind of on Sunday night when I was sending out the ripples to the world with regards to the sending out of love as part of the Positive Sunday type thing going on. Oh god, that camera's in the wrong place again. There we go. Oh, we don't want to see shoes. We don't see. That's not shoes. That's tracksuit bottoms. Was like a positive reaction to other streamers sort of going, oh, Mojax Happy, sending love. That was kind of the reaction. I've got a tendency to have quite reserved reactions about things unless I get triggered about something political. But if you've got something you want me to look at and react to, I'll be quite happy to look at it. There's always too much more today, but very good. It's going to be okay, Mac, or not? Let's have a look. Alright. It was good fun, Nyla, wasn't it? It was good. I'm going to be doing a little bit of the ripples thing every night. I think it's good to touch base with people all over the world. And you know something? if I go on as an enigma, like Mojax Happy comes on, sends love, sends another couple of messages, and then disappears again, they'll remember that name as being something positive, and that's what I want. The name, I want the brand Mojax to be synonymous with good and positive and happy behaviours. To Jelly Roll Save Me Lives music video. Right, okay, I'll do that. I'll film it, and let's have a let me just bring it up just now. Jelly Roll is, I take it it'll be on YouTube. Hold on. What's it called? Jelly Roll Save Me Lives. Looking it up on the old phone. New unreleased video. It's only 4 minutes long. Right, okay. I don't even know what this song is. Right, I've got it on my phone there. Do you want me to do a live reaction to it sometime? Shall I leave that and do a live reaction at the end of tonight's show? I'm quite happy to do that. That way you can see it, and I can set up the camera so it plays the video and just in the corner, and has my reaction on the big screen. I can quite happily set that up. Oh, poetry. Oh yes, we didn't do that big long one, did we? Crap. Now then, let's see. A year, that was the one, wasn't it? We'll do this big long one. This is I need to get comfortable for this because it's a long poem. Dum dum dum. Hey Barry, look, pop filter's still on. Okay. Photos. No, that is uploading photos. What we need to do is we need to go to my photo albums in Facebook and look up this particular one. It won't take me a minute to find it. I think it's called Year 1. Okay. That was a good one. In-flight entertainment. We'll do that one another time. I travel alone. This land, precious commodity we've done. The greatest, our reality, our true nature. Year 1. Here we go. This particular poem was written so. It was such a lengthy one. Let me just bring up the picture. That I don't know whether you can see it. That is myself and my good lady wife on our first walk about the reservoirs. I took this picture sort of looking down on us before we were married, and it was a great picture that I used it for the cover of this particular poem. And I hope that it's done. I hope we can see more. There we are. Yes, here we go. This is a long poem, alright? But it covers the first. This is like the poem that I sent my lady wife before she was my lady wife on the anniversary of us sort of like speaking, the infancy of our relationship and stuff. At this point, she had been to visit 3 times to Scotland to see me, and I'm pretty sure that I'd been there once. But here we go. Year 1. 365 days ago today, I stepped into a realm of light, where I'm not afraid to say, has lifted me to a place that I've never been before, a whole new experience, a brand new open door. She travelled from a land exotic and oh so far away, come to my home so trusting, for a perfect holiday. We had talked for weeks before her visit at the speed of light, and discovered in each other something true that felt so right. We laughed and smiled and wrote and talked every day without fail. Our conversations made all others look boring, a boring shade of pale. I found my inspiration, it poured right out of me. I began to write words of prose, it came so easily. Our first night we danced to many a Scottish song. I forgot how tired she must have been from her journey that was so long. We took our leave and headed back to the comfort of my abode, and here my hospitality was generously showed. From here we explored my historic land with its castles and its wee tunes, sampled real ales in village pubs on sunny afternoons. These adventures fulfilling, yes, not compared to the unseen, as we explored our feelings too, and all that lay between. This lady of inspiration flew away too soon. She made the sun shine brighter in this merry month of June. Saddened at her leaving, little was I to know she'd be back again in mere weeks, and our connection, it did grow. Arriving here in August, quietly from her flight, we spent the first hours talking, late into the night. Intelligent adventures for the days that she was here. Oh God, she left far too soon. I just want her to be near. From late summer into winter, the wait was oh so long. This Christmas was more special than any known love song. Open presents with my children, with my family we sat and ate. At night, spent in a castle, exploring this gift from fate. Goodbye was so much harder, this being the third time. Being separated from her, of the heart, the worst crime. I set about my planning to go to her afar, to know her in her comfort zone in the princely land of Tsars. An adventure of a lifetime to visit such a place. She took me in and planned my trip with all her perfect grace. But let me tell you a secret, that all the beauty of her land was not as perfect as I felt when my hand was in her hand. I know exactly how I feel. I know exactly who I am. She makes me aspire to be, oh, such a better man. Happy is an understatement. I have never felt so pure. What I share as I write all this, of it I'm all too sure. 365 days ago, I met you, my love. It became more of who I am in any other way. All we have done, all we have seen, experiences we have shared, to you I give my Scottish heart into your loving care. I want to shout this from Ben Nevis so all the land can hear. You have inspired all this in me, greater than that love story by Shakespeare. And when you return not long from now, I shall take you in my arms and show you once again my care and my comedic charms. Because to see you laugh and smile brings my life into the light and fuels my creativity to an extended heightened height. Don't be bashful how I tell the world just how I feel. I'm not afraid to show them my feelings I cannot conceal. But for now, I want to thank you for the years since we first met, and all of the adventures we have to share with each other yet. One day, when the time is right, we shall be together, and in each other's hands we shall feel like this forever. I actually forgot that I wrote that until I saw it the other day there. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it indeed. There you are. There you go. Right, so that was a very long poem, kind of before Ola and I got married, before I proposed to her, and before we did made that commitment to be perfectly in each other's lives. And it kind of, I mean, she is my inspiration. She is my muse, my lady muse and a half. And I kind of enjoy writing poetry for her. I'm going to send her that again and say, have a read of this one more time, because that was that was quite a long time ago. That was 2016. Let's have a look. I think, 12th of June 2016. It was the roundabout the 12th of June 2015 that we met for the first time. And so we're talking this time 5 years ago. We were, going on adventures all around Scotland for the first time. Wow, that's amazing. You take these little things for granted sometimes, don't you? And we shouldn't. Dirty Mac, if you're still there, have a good sleep. Seriously, go and relax and take it easy. Okay, that is us for this morning's show. I'm about to go and wake up the childrenio. Oh my god, I'm started being a poetio. Againio. I have a little bit of work I want to do this afternoon. I'm working on I'm finishing off a poem which has been inspired by a piece by an artist that we all know very well on this channel. And I know how I'm going to put my words over her artwork. I know exactly how that's going to be done. But I need to write another 4 verses of this particular poem. I've got the first 2 done, but because I want to really give my full inspiration for it, I kind of have done a verse and then stopped for a day and then allowed the inspiration to build up when I'm looking at the artwork to focus on. It's about the art and creativity. It's not a difficult thing to write, but I could just let nonsense pour out of my mouth, but I need it to have a deeper allegory and find different words that can give it the justice of the actual artwork. My words need to be able to reflect the beauty of the piece that's been put together. And wow, yeah, that's coming very soon to be worked upon. And I'm also got another little bit of writing that I want to continue to do. And the book of other poems, like I say, I've only got a couple more left to write before I need to sit down for 2 days. And when I sit down for 2 days, I might not stream to get that second book finished. That takes an awful lot of concerted effort to sit there and format it all and make it right for a digital download. But we will get that together as well. That's us. We are done and dusted. I am going to quickly pull up a little bit of music. Why is that not playing? Why are you not playing music? Are we playing desktop? Where is the desktop part? Alright, hold on. Let's just go across to here just now. Why is that not playing? I don't like it when do you know why it's not playing? Because I've not pushed play. There we go. Who's a silly boy? Right, back with my Oriental. This is, when I listen to this music, this actually focuses and hones and sharpens my mind. I don't know why. It all the Japanese and Chinese flute type stuff going on. I don't know what it is. It's just one of those things that works really, really, really well for my mind. Okay, we're going to go. Alright, we are going to go, and bear in mind that tonight we do have choices on for the what's it called? The show tonight. It's going to be an interesting one because it's not factual, but it's kind of opinions about how you can use your choices if you're aware of your situation. Sometimes it's difficult choices to make, and it's tough, and it's easier not to make the choice. But if you can, and you do, and you make the choice that's best for you, your life always becomes more positive, more better. Let's go. Let us disappear into the night, into the morning, to the afternoon. So yeah, take care, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that the rest of your day is good. I'm going to go and get the day started here. Take care. See you soon.